your daily financial news. If you don't know, we do a daily show at 7:30 every day. It is live, non-edited. It is basically a wrap-up of notes I've taken throughout the day. And today's going to go down as a day like no other. About 75 or 90 days ago, I did something that I thought I would never do. I started investing, or I shouldn't say investing. I started buying an insurance policy a la cryptocurrency, right? I said that I was going to be moving 1% of my net worth over to Bitcoin over the next 12 months, and I'm well on my way to doing that. What today is about is I am actually going to be moving some cash into Webull. If you don't remember, Webull reached out to me about 30 or 45 days ago and said, hey, I don't know, we'll sponsor or whatever they do. We'll give you a link so that if your followers want to sign up for an account, we'll give them 2 or 4 or some free stocks. I don't really know how it works. I said, sure, why not? I'll take it. But I didn't really do anything with it. Well, what I'm doing now, because of what I see, what is going on with AMC, GameStop, and just almost irrational exuberance in the stock market. This has my skin crawling, my memory banks of 1999 or 2000, the drop from my 200K, kind of stock portfolio to 40. I'm going to be moving some cash to Webull. I am not going to be buying in this crazy market, so don't think that is going to happen. I just want to have some cash in Webull in case or when this bubble pops. I believe we are in a stock market bubble, at least in certain assets. And as I have said throughout this channel many, many times, if the stock market ever goes on sale 50%, I will buy. For the first time in a decade plus, I could see a 50% fall in the stock market or some assets, given just the irrational exuberance going on. And again, I'm not calling it. I'm not going to do anything with the cash. The cash sitting in Webull is the same as sitting in a savings account as far as I'm concerned. But I wanted to let you know that I'll be doing that over, I don't know, I'll get it done by Friday for sure. It'll be tens of thousands of dollars. And again, if I'm wrong, it will stay there as cash. I am not a stock market investor. But if stuff goes on sale, 50%, and what is 50%? Look at the indexes. If the indexes go down 50%, there will be some assets to go buy. So that is what I am doing today. Next thing to talk about is I was lucky enough to be interviewed or a part of a panel for Pace Morby, Wholesale Hotline. I think that was on Monday. I got a copy of the video. I'm trying to upload it now. It's over 90 minutes long. It has 4 rock star investors where we talk about depreciation and cash flow and yield and all of that great thing. So I'm uploading it now. It's been 35 minutes and it's 4% uploaded. So this might take a while, but it will get done even if I have to start it this evening so it gets done. And then finally, Atomic Habits, this book that I'm reading 10, 15, 20 pages a day because of the 75 hard challenge, is really highlighting why my one rental at a time course works. Because what we're seeing is there's a lot of people in real estate that are focused on motion, or what I call being busy, right? They're on Bigger Pockets for 2 hours. They're on YouTube for 2 hours. They're saying they're doing stuff, but they're not. And what I have done in the course, step 1 is action. Build your spreadsheet, 10 to 20 minutes a day, look what's going on, focus, get to work. Didn't know that's what I was doing, but that is absolutely a key aspect of it. In addition, habits aren't formed with sheer force, right? I'm going to do 4 hours on Saturday. That's not how it happens. It's 10 to 20 minutes a day, every day, right? If you want 6 days a week because you want to take Sunday off, so be it. But let's get it done 20 minutes a day, 6 days a week. And then finally, and most importantly, it's repetition. It's repetition. It's understanding what the yield is for your market. It's saying, hey, stuff is expensive. What could I buy it for and make it a good deal? In fact, I want that to be a homework assignment. If you're one of my students and watching this, take one of your properties that's an average deal today or even a bad deal. And if you're my students, you know what that means. I want to know what percentage drop in price, assuming everything else is equal, would allow that deal or yield to go from, for example, 3% to 6. Play with the spreadsheet, get comfortable with it, understand how the variables change and allow you to make great investing decisions. So that's a great homework assignment for you today. As we move forward, again, one of the things why I'm moving cash to Webull is what I see going on with GameStop. There's actually a Reddit page, Elon Musk tweeted it out yesterday, called Wall Street Bets. That's all one word all one word. It is where retail investors are getting organized and taking on Wall Street. It has been fun to watch. It's exciting to watch. I mean, GameStop, I think, is up another 100%. It is making billionaires out of people almost overnight. I don't know if you know this, but the CEO of Chewy, pet store, he bought 13% of GameStop. He bought 10% last year, another 3%, I think, in December. He's now made $1 billion in like 10 days. $1 billion. Now, of course, you and I both know he doesn't really make $1 billion unless he sells. But damn, you wouldn't have to tell me twice. You don't, what is it? Bulls make money, bears make money. What is it? Pigs get slaughtered, hogs get slaughtered, something like that. Dude, you throw $1 billion in front of me, I don't care how much I'm thinking about it. I hit that sell button as fast as I can. But it looks like people are also now going after AMC. Bed Bath & Beyond is probably not far behind. But again, this is retail investors ganging up on Wall Street. I have seen this work before, but it doesn't work forever. As I said yesterday, this is kind of what's going to happen. Wall Street's going to take it in the teeth. They're going to be thinking about this for a couple of days, and they are going to get nasty. They are likely going to join the side of the buyers. They're going to run up the stock. They're going to make it fear of missing out. They're going to get 100% more retail investors coming in, and they're going to pull the rug out from under you. I've seen it 2 decades ago. I've been there. I've been on the other side. It's not fun. The other thing that you are likely seeing today is I suspect a lot of the market, a lot of the high flyers will be down today. Because what happens when a short seller covers? They don't have cash in the bank to make up for these huge losses. They have to go into their portfolio. They have to go into crypto. They have to go into whatever they have and sell to raise cash. So they are going to sell their winners. I would expect Tesla to be down today. I'd expect Bitcoin to be down today. I'd expect Apple and all these others to be down. Amazon, because they were winners, and it's easiest to sell your winners when you have to cover a short call. We'll see what happens. I'm sure it's pretty painful out there. Other things I'm finding out today is, again, this market is kind of turning as we have been expecting. These daily financial shows, if you were to go back and look at 6, 12 months, and again, I think we've been doing them 18 months now, a lot of the stuff we said was coming is coming. First and foremost, A-class mall operators, right? An A-class mall. And by comparison, there's about 1,000 malls, roughly speaking, in the U.S. Only a quarter or 250 of them are Class A. So we're talking the creme de la creme. These malls, the value of these malls are down 45% from 2016 levels. Folks, this is a problem. If these operators have debt and it's a commercial paper, they're probably in technical default. This is going to happen to mall operators. This is going to happen to office operators. And yes, it will happen to multifamily operators. Go back and watch yesterday's video where we talk about just the tremendous drop in rents. This is bad. I got some stats on New York landlords today. New York landlords are down over $2 billion in rent. $2 billion. That's a big ass number. And in addition to that, they have record vacancies. They have record rent drops. And assets are already going back to the banks. Class A multifamily value add was once considered the best asset to own. not just 2 years ago? Not today. Not today. This is something that is really going on. You really have to learn your market, see what's going on. A lot of the urban core, bad place to be. A lot of suburbia, great place to be. I would argue, again, as an individual investor, you and I, buying, understanding single family homes is where to be. The one thing that kind of keeps me up at night when I think about single family homes is I ask myself this question. What if Wall Street, and by Wall Street, I mean big money people. It could be hedge funds. It could be whoever. I just say Wall Street because it's easy to pick on those guys. What if Wall Street owns twice or 3 times as many single family homes in a decade? What does that mean? I think there's interesting ramifications. I think there's interesting options to invest alongside that, right? If they're going to take that much inventory off the market, it might mean buying some of that stuff's a good idea because, again, reduce supply, increase demand, everybody wins. Kind of interesting. Another thing, I don't know if you've seen this, but if you want to invest like Nancy Pelosi, yes, Nancy Pelosi, Speaker of the House, I think, it has been reported she's made these 4 trades over the weekend. First and foremost, she likes her options. She bought some call options on 3 companies. Call options, if you don't know, basically means you're betting the stock goes up. First and foremost, she bought 25 call option, and a call option contract is 1 share, or 1 contract I think is 100 shares. So she bought 25 call options, which I think means 2,500 shares of Tesla. And she bought deep in the money. She bought a strike price of 500. She deployed about $750,000 on these options last week. What did I say yesterday? I said yesterday the US government is going to replace 6,500 vehicles with EV or electronic vehicles. American-made EV vehicles. I don't know if Nancy knew that ahead of time. You could guess. But she's already made about $500,000. Kind of interesting. Next up, she bought 100 call options of Apple. That's a lot of shares. What is that, 10,000 shares? Crazy. She bought 100 call options of Disney. So clearly from these call options, you can see that I think Nancy Pelosi thinks the economy is going to get revving and rocking and rolling. She definitely thinks stimulus is going to go out. She definitely thinks an infrastructure bill is going to go out. She definitely thinks unemployment's going down. She is a bull. I would actually argue she's a raging bull. And then she bought 20,000 shares of a company I have never heard of, Alliance Bernstein Holdings, stock symbol AB. I know nothing about it other than the stock symbol. But Nancy bought 20,000 shares. Now, in fairness, I'm saying Nancy. In reality, it could have been her husband. It could have been her husband at the direction of Nancy. It could have been her husband walking in a coffee shop and deciding to do this. I have no idea. But if you want to invest like Nancy, buy some call options and Alliance Bernstein Holdings. I don't know anything about it. And then the last thing to talk about is Tillman Ferretta. We've talked about him a couple of different times. He is the restaurant and casino magnate who was begging for a bailout just 3 or 4 months ago. His retail empire was struggling, or restaurant empire was struggling. Well, he's out now pitching that the consumer is coming back. Sorry about that. Bless me. The consumer is coming back. We're set up for the roaring 20s. He's basically saying where the local government lets us operate, we are crushing it. Yeah, we're kind of burnt out on all this stuff. Then the other thing I read in his note was he is thinking about taking some of his companies public. That raised the hair on the back of my neck. Because that weighs the hair on the back of my neck because, again, I just think he's talking his book, right? I want to make people think everything's good. I'm going to go raise some private money because I need cash to pay my bills, and I'm struggling. I don't know if that's true. It's just I've seen enough people do this. I remember, I've already forgot his name. There was some Wall Street guy that made a downside bet like 10 months ago. And he basically said Hilton's going to zero. Bill Ackman, that's who it was. Bill Ackman? I think it's him. Hilton's going to zero, all these crazy things. My father can't go anywhere, blah, blah, blah. He sung a song. And lo and behold, he made $1 billion because he scared people. I hate stuff like that. So in the end, that's what I got for you today. I've been talking for 15 minutes, and the wholesale hotline video is now up to 5%. This is going to take a while to load. We do have several interviews with experts today. Anna is not going to be at 8. It will be at noon. She needed to push because she's got business. And of course, we have Mortgage Matt, I think, at 9:30. Have a wonderful day. I will load this video. I may have to stop it and do it in the evening. We'll see. Take care of yourself. Bye-bye.